Steph, what have you made of what Glenn Robinson III and Marquise Chris have brought the last week and a half, and also just how both of them play with you specifically?
I mean, they're taking advantage of opportunities out there early in the preseason, minutes that they're getting, and just trying to make impacts and contribute and get comfortable with how we run our offense and our defense. And I mean, Glenn, over the summer when we signed him, you kind of see how he could fit in that 3 spot and add some balance and some versatility. He's extremely athletic. He can shoot. He can play defense. So definitely a great option. And he's getting comfortable. Marquise, obviously, what he's been through in his career and trying to, gain footing and being in this position now to hopefully, contribute. Everybody just wants an opportunity. He's taking advantage of it. So see how it goes.
Steph, in a lot of ways, is this kind of like a test of the system that you guys have put in all these years? Like, you've been running it one way with this a pretty similar core of players, and now it has to evolve with new players?
For sure. Obviously, it starts with me, Draymond, and D'Lo getting things going. But the way that we've run our training camp and the way Coach has kind of adapted the motion offense and the way that we play and teaching that to the young guys that are in our camp, this go around. It's just about principles, consistency, and guys just having confidence that when they're out there, they know they're going to be a threat. When I have the ball in my hands, I try to do stuff with it, but it's working off other guys, and I think that just builds confidence, and I think that hopefully that'll show throughout the course of the year.
Steph, you obviously went for 40 in 25 minutes. Do you think that you are going to need to kind of have this offensive burden throughout the season, or at least in the onset of the season, just with all the new pieces on the team?
I mean, I don't know if hopefully it looks like that every night, but like I said, coming into camp, I have the same mentality every time I step foot on the floor. It doesn't mean I'm shooting every possession, but I'm trying to make plays and do what I'm comfortable doing, and that's just playing my style of basketball and being aggressive and confident. So hopefully that vibe is contagious, and I just don't know what it looked like every night, but I'm gonna play that exact same way and just try to do what I do.
Steph, following up on that, obviously the team, no matter who was on it, has always leaned on you offensively, but has Steve communicated it to you in the last few weeks or over the summer that at least in these first few months, you're going to have to do more?
No. It's just the natural way of our offense and how we play. I'm going to have the ball in my hands a lot more. Just got to make the right plays, be confident, aggressive, assertive every possession. And that gets the dominoes, falling. Yes, I got to use a term that he uses all the time, but if you draw attention and you don't have a shot, move it on. It might come back around to you. Other guys get touches. And we start to create, good offense that way. And, if you got to force the issue every, once in a while and just try to get shots up and keep the momentum going, you just kind of read the situation as it comes. But it's not really that different. It's just if you have the ball in your hands, make a play.
What do you think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. What do you think of the coach's challenge they've put in this year?
It's interesting, just because there's obviously a flow to the game. You don't want to get in the way of that. It's obviously an option that they have, and they got to be selective about it. He won it tonight, so I don't know what he said when he was in here if you asked him about it, but hopefully he doesn't get too crazy or too challenge flag happy with it. It's a useful tool if you get it right. If you don't, it kind of looks bad because it stops the game, and everybody's kind of looking at you like, what were you thinking? So they got to be a little vulnerable in that situation. The coaches do when they use it. So we'll see how it goes.
Steph, this is second game here now. Have you got your bearings in this arena yet? Do you know like how you get to work every day? Do you know where you want your favorite spot to park? Like does it feel like you're home yet, or is it still are you working on it?
For practices, it does. Games, it doesn't yet. I got here probably 20, 25 minutes later than I usually do, and I'm a creature of habit and routine, and it kind of obviously I play well, but it still throws you off a little bit because you're still trying to get the flow. For 10 years, I had the same routine every step of the way. I try to repeat that routine as best I can, but there are some quirks and different routes you take and just a different vantage point. So one more game here to fine-tune it, get ready for the regular season. But it is different. And I did shed a tear about the tunnel shot tonight just because it's just I've been thinking about it, and I don't think there's an option, but it's just weird all the way around. Since I've been doing my thing at Oracle, it's not at the same angle. I know I've been asked about it a couple times leading up to this year, but I'll just shake Curtis's hand and we'll do a little sign, shout out to what the routine was, and keep it moving. Excuse me.
Steph, saw you and D'Lo try to find each other a couple times during the game. How do you guys feel you'll have adjusted to each other? How's the chemistry going there?
I mean, it's building, and it'll continue to build throughout the year. I had a couple turnovers trying to force the issue in transition when the pass wasn't there because we're trying to play, fast each possession. But there's gonna be a nice, balance of how we attack. He's so great in pick and roll situations, being able to kind of go at his pace, get the defense on the heels. He's great in the paint, finishing. With his floaters, he can knock down threes. He's a great passer. So there's a lot of options that we can kind of play off each other that way, and it'll continue to develop. So we got trust in each other. I think that's that part that you kind of want to build off of. I love it when he has the ball in his hands, and hopefully he feels the same, vice versa.
Yeah, you were just telling her you were 25, 30 minutes late. Was that traffic related?
Yeah.
How much are you dealing with that? And I mean, how much did you had to deal with that today?
Same as every Bay Area resident. There's no special routes for me from where I'm coming from home to here, so I just got to fine-tune what time I got to leave, but that's it.
Steph, you mentioned trying to force the issue a little bit. It looked like you got a little frustrated when you thought somebody was going to cut and they didn't or something like that. So we've talked about the new players adapting to the system, but what about you? How much of camp is you trying to figure out how these guys play?
That's part of it. Tonight, those reads are just bad decisions in terms of trying to force the issue or making a decision for somebody else on a cut or a look that they're not really ready for. So that's just getting a rhythm of playing live basketball and going at the pace of game speed. So that'll come, but there'll be certain pet plays that we have for certain guys that you'll start to figure out, and timing on cuts. Knowing when a guy gets hot, where he wants the ball, that type of stuff that happens in the natural flow of a season, but. Kind of the earlier question about how we play, getting everybody comfortable with our reads and our sets and just how we create offense. Every possession. That's the part that you got to continue to build the right habits and just compete and have fun, and do what we do.
You were talking about how you are feeling out playing with D'Angelo when you're on the court. Given that Steve is staggering your guys' minutes, are you able to kind of watch him when you're on the bench and he's playing and sort of visualize how you would play? Is that helpful at all for you?
I mean, I've watched him play since he got in the league, so kind of seen it, over and over again, and he's gotten so much better since his rookie year, and I think just in terms of when we're out there together, it's kind of natural. Just you know where the space. When he gets the ball in his hands, he's playing pick and roll. Something good's gonna happen. You just gotta be ready for it, and vice versa. When I'm out there in transition or in the half court, getting in the lane, kicking it, trusting that he's gonna make the right play and the right read too. So, his style is I call it unique, but he's really, really good at playing at his speed and at his pace, and we're gonna need him to be himself and be the best version of it, whenever he's out there, and you don't have to do anything special or change anything about his game. Just continue to get better.